Welcome back. We're the Bourbon Junkies. I thought you were going to keep going. I thought we had something going on there, and you just end up ruining it.
We are the Bourbon Junkies. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk to you about Fourgate's new available shelf bottle. Blue Run investing a metric ton of whiskey.
And the actual big news, Old Forester getting a new master taster. Cheers.
There's news. Whiskey news.
Fourgate is dropping a shelf bottle.
Yeah.
It is in the new bottle that like the last batches were in. Theory, yeah. So it's a little bit squatter, bigger on the shoulders.
It'd be interesting to see after the glass issues work themselves out. In theory, somebody works them out. It'd be interesting to see if Fourgate switches fully back to the BTAC-ish shaped bottle.
Yeah, I think I actually like them in the different bottle.
I prefer because
I like the new bottle shape. It's got a little more girth to it, you know. It's not always about length. Sometimes it's about girth too.
It's about
I wish you'd stop. What's the price going to be?
So here's the thing. Everybody knows Fourgate as a premium brand.
They are.
And no, I wouldn't call any of their bottles shelf bottles. I call all of them limited batched.
Oh, yeah.
Hard, exclusive, hard to find bottles, right?
They're all limited, basically.
Yeah. This is going to be a split stave. Just like available-ish bottle, which is actually really cool because the split staves I think is so interesting and they're great.
We loved the split staves.
Yeah.
That was, I think, one of our first introductions to Fourgate was the split stave, the Calvin Cooperage split stave 1. Yeah. And we were like, oh, wow, this hits different. This feels different.
Yeah.
And then we've had a bunch of other ones since and have absolutely loved them. We've called some of them like super celebration whiskeys. They do a phenomenal job at taking whiskey, doing some finishes on them.
Interesting cooperage.
Yeah, like
choices.
A bunch of cool stuff. And then getting it is a premium, cool product though, that are just insane.
So this is going to be, in theory, at least 7 years old.
Okay.
I don't know that they're all age stated or anything like that, but in theory, at least 7. And so here's the thing. It's still a premium bottle, even though it's a shelf bottle. I think it's just more of a consistent batch product.
I mean, Whistle Pig is a premium brand.
True. $175 will be the price tag.
That is not cheap.
Their cask strength.
Okay.
Their the first release, according to the press release, is 116 proof, but 75 corn, 20 rye, and then 5 malted barley. It is Kentucky whiskey, and it is the split stave cooperage, which is a very, seemingly to them, a very exclusive way to build a barrel.
Well, not a lot of people are building barrels that way.
Yeah, not a lot of people are working with Kelvin.
Yeah, not a lot of people are like, yo, Kelvin, you want to make us a new barrel? And they're like, sure, we definitely have time for that. Like, we're not just absolutely cranking out bottles left and right for people because we had that giant shortage and everyone's behind. There's a whole thing.
So here's the thing. I am excited to try it.
I wonder what one of those barrels cost.
For it being, I would guess somewhere around $1,500 to $2,500 for the empty barrel.
Yeah, I bet it's not cheap.
That being said, we do like the split stave, so it makes my hopes high for that aspect. I don't know whose mash bill that is, but it's Kentucky, so my concern is it might be Green River. Fourgate has knocked so many things out of the park now.
I don't think the 75-25 is a very unique mash bill. I think a lot of people actually do use that mash bill.
Needless to say, I'm looking forward to it. And it's definitely like a try.
I'll try.
I believe they're like smaller batches, so I think that what's going to happen is like if you like batch 1 in theory, you'd like batch 2 in theory, you'd like batch so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm excited to try it. I don't know.
Okay,
we'll see when it launches. I'm excited. I am excited, very excited. And before we get into our next topic,
let's talk about our favorite clothing brand and sponsor today's video, Into the AM. And you know, I'm rocking our second collab with Into the AM. You know why?
It's pretty important.
Because very shortly we're going to be doing a third collab, and that's because of you guys.
We started design.
And it might be one of my favorites coming out.
So
I like the progression where we're going. So we've got a whole story going on. I can't wait. We got an arc. This one's going to end the arc. Yeah. It's going to be cool. If you're Patreon, you're going to get to vote on some of the designs.
True.
Anyways, Into the AM's been dropping some amazing clothing, new designs.
If you don't like that, they do other ones. They do new graphics. Literally constant.
Oh, it's like every week.
Yeah. So if you go to intotheam.com/bourbonjunkies, it will just get you a discount code. Listen, I swear to God, the people who have bought the Into the AM stuff and left comments on it have all loved it.
Never been happier.
Not heard anything bad about Into the AM clothes. We've not even had any single bad experiences with Into the AM clothes.
Fits great. A lot of them. Doesn't shrink. fits great.
Lasts
forever.
long time.
Like, what do you need out of a shirt? Price, not insane.
Price value.
You can
incredible.
bundle. You got the basic tee bundles, which I'm not wearing, but they're on there. And then you can do the graphic tee bundles, which I highly recommend because it's just more fun to have some print.
And you know what is one of my favorite things is when we meet people and see people and they're wearing our.
I was gonna say the joggers.
They're not wearing Sean's joggers, but those are. IntotheAM.com/bourbon junkies to get you a discount auto applied. Hit it up. Check out the bundles and packages, but also check out our collabs with them because they're great for real. Those guys are awesome.
As I always thank you guys for working with the channel. Support the people supporting us. Check them out. Back to the video. Number 2, let's talk about Blue Run.
Jeez, OP.
$51 million expansion planned in the old, what was it, Georgetown, Kentucky. So there will be another Kentucky brand.
Yeah, distillery, literally.
Yeah, literally. So it's going to be a 35,000 square foot distillery.
Oh, okay. See, these are things I didn't.
Yeah, it's not a small, and then a 20,000 square foot rick. I don't know how many levels or anything like that. I mean, there's two giant ass buildings they're putting up.
Down 55,000 square feet.
That's without them putting in like if they want to put like a storefront up front anywhere. Right. Like this is just distillery and rick are 55,000 square foot.
And I didn't read it, but I'd be very willing to bet that there's a visitor center in the distillery.
Yeah, there could be
because. Being the reason, in theory, you would move a whiskey brand to Kentucky with that amount of money.
Yeah.
If you're moving something somewhere with $51 million, you're probably going to stay there.
Kentucky is also the place too. I mean, everyone goes to the Bourbon Trail, and now it's obviously mutated with all the other different brands, and you can kind of do a deviated one, hit it other place. You can add them in.
Whiskey Row, there's Bourbon Trail, there's different. Now, here's the thing. The reason I do believe that they would put a visitor center in there is because they're moving to Kentucky.
Yeah.
You might not need a visitor center in BFE where we're at, right?
Yeah.
But if you're going to spend the time and money.
Most places in BFE here do have a visitor center.
That's even true. So yeah, if you're moving to Kentucky, you're definitely building.
So yeah, giant footprint that they're putting in there. 45 jobs are opening up.
That's cool.
Yes.
Can't be mad at that.
Nope.
Also hyper interested because I don't know this yet. Will Jim Rutledge stop distilling at Castle and Key? Because he works for Blue Run.
Yes. I think they move. I think that their contracts are probably in place for them to keep going. Like, I don't know. I have no idea the inner workings of
if they always had
why. Yeah, if they always had the idea that they were gonna start distilling somewhere else outside of Castle and Key, like it really depends on what their contracts look like.
If Blue Run buys a big still, then Jim Rutledge, in theory, because he is a Blue Run, he is the distiller for Blue Run.
Yes.
So if Blue Run buys a big still and they're calling it a distillery, which is what leads me to believe that they are going to distill there.
Well, I mean, so they've acquired Jim Rutledge. They just got, is it Shayla? Shayla.
Wild Turkey.
Yeah. For their blending and curating. They're laying down a brand new still.
Distillery, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, they're in it for the long haul, man. Like this, I think this should prove to people that they weren't just in it to just source some whiskey and then put, even have Rutledge distill, just putting a name to something and then going for a cash grab. This is them throwing their hat in the ring, saying, "No, we're actually planning on being a big name in the industry,"
and they will be.
They've been killing it so far.
$50-some-odd million. My interest is so piqued by. It does give us somewhere new to go, which I'm excited. If they design
we'll be doing barrel picks there.
If they design it,
they haven't announced anything like that, but we'll be doing it.
If they did, if realistically it gives us somewhere to go, which I'm excited to. Just because I like Blue Run so much, I'd like to visit. But I'm very excited to see if Jim Rutledge stops distilling at Castle and Key, moves the yeast and the mash bill over to Blue Run because they buy a giant still, and then Jim Rutledge just works his magic at Blue Run. That's what I'm super interested.
Do you think it'll be the same, better, worse? Same. Okay. So then you think everyone will shut up?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I don't think so either.
Unless the whiskey's like $60, nobody's shutting up.
Nope.
Listen, I get that you want Very Old Barton for free. Okay?
I would love to blind people on that the flight series that we just did, the Marrakesh market. That would blow people's minds. Yeah. Realistically.
Moving to the last, and realistically probably
the thing that everyone wants to talk about.
Industry announcements in a sec.
Yeah.
Old Forester replaced the Jackie Zykan.
That is a
job title.
I mean, that was a big hole in their entire envelope it kind of seemed like. I don't know what Jackie's day-to-day looked like and how much stuff was actually on her shoulders to do.
We don't know her job. That's true.
So I mean, Old Forester.
Know that she was the master taster. There.
She was the public face of Old Forester, realistically, yes. So it's like, did she leave this big gaping hole that Old Forester was reeling to, fill? I'd argue, yeah. From just a media stance, or do you think like an entire business industry stance? So for them, how hard was it continually moving forward their products without her?
I think that what Jackie did was redesign how Old Forester is seen in the whole market and industry.
I believe you're right.
I'm looking at that from a consumer standpoint, from your and I standpoint of, we don't know Jackie, we don't know basically anybody at Old Forester.
Yep.
We have no industry insider on any of that. I think that Jackie made these moves with a team, but Jackie made these moves that introduced Old Forester to a lot of people that never had it, and people found the value in it and the love for it.
Yeah.
I think when she left, I think she had done an incredible job at doing that, but it would have been interesting to see where that led in the future. Like, did she do everything she needed to do? They're good now?
Yep.
For at least a while.
So the only thing that is my unknown, it was like, how much did she do? Like, what was her real impact? I'm not discrediting what she did in any way, shape, or form. I always know that things normally work in a team.
Yeah.
So it was like, so her leaving, did it cripple the team? Yeah.
So she publicly in an interview after she left, she did say that this brand has been revitalized by her and the team.
Oh, there you go.
So she did point to listen, I didn't do all of this by myself.
Yeah.
I did this over years with a huge group of people or whatever, a group of people that did a great job with me. Right?
Okay.
That being said,
it's still some real big shoes to fill.
There's not even an argument that Jackie Zykan was the face and the only face of Old Forester. Literally, there are so many people that work on all these projects at Old Forester. We don't even know the master distiller.
Oh yeah.
We know Jackie's.
Yeah,
it's wild. I think
people could think of Old Forester and not even think of Brown Foreman, but they'll think of Jackie Zykan. Literally, and it was like, wait, what? You don't know Brown?
That's why she did. That's why when people want to complain, you can't even argue she didn't do a good job.
Yeah.
Because she was such the face of that brand that it was like you've cemented your status. And
I feel like we've spent a lot of time on Jig. So Melissa Rift is coming in to take her place.
She's the new brand ambassador and master taster.
Yes. So we've met her. We did a barrel pick with her.
She doesn't remember us, but not listen a chance. To me. This and that were picked by Sean the Spurgoot, like a whole group.
The best pick to ever grace the channel right here. Right. Glenn Smash. Oh, I mean, it just happened. She agreed. I think I like this one more. You are a liar. Now, so she was at Bullet for almost
3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years. It's on her LinkedIn.
Yeah. So she was at Bullet for 3 or 4 years. Yeah. She was the single barrel curator there.
Barrel program manager.
I think I tried to put that together.
I saw that.
And then my brain was like, hey, do 3 sentences at once and see what comes out.
She was the single barrel program manager.
Yep. Then went over to Beam Centauri, worked on the Knob Creek line.
Supposedly the barrel program line.
Yeah.
Or the barrel program situation.
And then is now the new Jackie Zykan.
Wild. The new master taster and new brand ambassador of Old Forester.
Good for her.
Legitimately freaking huge. Because I think it's a little bit different.
She had a great palate because she picked Glen Smashing.
She was such a good host, tour guide. She was incredibly kind, welcoming, very hospitable.
Knowledgeable.
It was very cool when having met her and having had that experience with her, because now we never would.
Oh God, no.
We've never
will.
Right. Again.
No,
we had that experience, and it was really cool to now know that it was like we met her and hung out with her for basically a day or half a day or whatever it was.
Yeah.
She was awesome.
Yes.
And so now it's so cool to see her there. Not that, listen, Bullet is big time. Like, there's no confusing this. Bullet's a big deal, and Bullet's a huge brand, and whatever. It doesn't have to be your favorite, but Bullet is a...
They were like, here's our 40,000 rick houses, and our still puts out 3 million barrels a day. Watch us do it all from a control room. The end.
What I think is one of the most interesting points of this whole thing, the single barrel program at Old Forester changed because of Jackie.
Yeah.
Because she saw that people... One of the things Jackie seemed really good at was seeing consumer responses and consumers' wants and needs.
Oh, yeah.
Jackie seemed very good at responding to those.
Yeah.
Old Forester Rye is $25 and 100 proof.
Yeah.
The single barrel program changed from 90 to the hundreds and barrel proofs.
Yep.
Not because Jackie thought it was even they were even better. But that was what consumers were asking for.
Here's what I'll also say for Melissa's sake is she's moving into a job of that everyone knows Jackie.
Big shoes.
She knows the shoes she's trying to fill. Old Forester also knows the shoes that are trying to be filled. And I don't think they're putting anyone that isn't qualified enough in that position.
I don't know Jackie's previous history at all.
No,
we know Melissa's.
Yes,
now a little bit.
A little bit. You know,
it's cool that we know that Melissa was a single barrel program manager at these two big distilleries.
Yes,
and is now going to be the master
that
taster and brand ambassador. It'll be interesting to see if she has input or say or changes the single barrel program at Old Forester, because that was one of Jackie's babies, seemingly, at least from an outside perspective. I think it'll be interesting to see if this is Melissa's because her background was in these things. Yeah. So in theory, Melissa could just absolutely wipe out the program and redo it and do a great job. It's not like she didn't work on two different successful barrel programs and have a knowledge of now 3 companies and how it's all done. Big companies. And so, I mean, you could take the best, if they're going to give it to her and be like, do what you want. Yeah. You could take the best parts of all of them, throw them together, and then, you know, take out whatever you don't like. Yeah. I'd love to see it. I'm really interested to see it. So. We were cool. Help us out. Well, she's like, no, they weren't. You know what I mean? That's what she's like, oh, they think that, huh? I don't remember them, and they seem like assholes. Yeah. But needless to say, not working out tonight, huh? It's a very interesting change. I think it's super cool to see somebody that we've met. It feels weirdly familiar, even though we met her once ever. Yeah. You know, for like an 4 hours or something like that. Well, it felt like 4. She gave us a tour. Yep. We did a pick. I think we drank like more samples than we were supposed to. She was really cool about that. Helped us out. Yeah. Needless to say, what do you guys leave a comment below on what you think is going to happen in the future with Old Forester and Blue Run? And I think the Blue Run thing, I think that's all positive. Yeah. I don't see any negative in that. Oh, you created jobs. Oh, you helped fuel an economy. Oh, you've just expanded and not in listen. Well, name a bad thing. Now, if I see I'm not saying if I see a comment about this, it'll be there. We love you guys. If you don't mind hitting the like, comment, subscribe button. Oh yeah, do that. Patreon.com/bourbonjunkies. Support us. Follow us along on our journeys because we have other stuff going on. I hope you guys are involved in. Oh, so much stuff. Yeah. So, are you more excited for Blue Run than anything else you've heard this year? Yes. Okay. No, not anything else. Number 1 for me was Matt's Bardstown blend. Oh, okay. Okay. That just because of the relationship. That's fair. You and I don't know anybody combined that has had a legitimate release at a major distillery that they put together by themselves. That's true. I think that's so impressive. Yeah, that is. Now, that being said, from an industry perspective, so that is a very personal thing. It is 100%. So now, I was talking completely industry, but I like where your head was at. What a guy. I'm going to go with Blue Run making that expand. I've been like preaching and being annoying about this Blue Run shit for like a year and a half now. Yep. And I know it's annoying. I'm annoyed myself. We all get it. But this all was a guess that Blue Run would continue and it wasn't a cash grab and they'd be here long term. And when they had when they had 8-year whiskey, they'd be incredible. This proves that they're heading in that direction, which gives me satisfaction because I wanted to see that happen. I didn't say that because I figured I knew it. I said that because that's what I want. I figured you'd be very excited about this. So I'm super excited about that. And it gives us another place. We visited a lot of distilleries. It'll be cool. If that distillery is designed anything like their bottles, we know that they're good at design. Yeah. I think it'll be impressive as hell. Yeah. $51 million gets you some impressive shit. I guarantee it. Yes, it does. About 55,000 square foot of building. in one fell swoop. Yeah, that's square foot. That's not volume, baby. Yeah. Rick houses go up. All right. All right, cool. See you guys. See you never.